Get over here!
Apostle Soniki arrives without warning at the Central Army's main camp in Crimea. With a strength born of conviction, she exposes the Senator's vile plot to undermine and usurp her. Valtome counterattacks with a claim crafted by the Senate that the Apostle is a fraud who, along with her Prime Minister, Sephiroth, is attempting to deceive all of Benyan and lead them away from the goddess's graces. To the citizens of Benyan, the senators are chosen by the goddess and are worthy of the same respect given to the Apostle. As for the Apostle, her image is tarnished when the Senate imprisons Prime Minister Sephiroth in her name. An ever-growing number of Benyan citizens are willing to believe the senator's claim that the Apostle is an agent of evil trying to deceive them. So it is that the Central Army is divided. One camp believes in the Apostle, and the other supports the Senate. This new turmoil fans the flames of chaos into a mighty conflagration burning across Tellius.
So for all the times that we asked, how is Apostle Soniki possibly okay with this?
She's not.
Yeah, she was having her own trouble.
Yeah, say what you will about the Crimean Senate here, they played a very shrewd and ambitious and intelligent, if albeit dangerous game. They knew how to sway the situation, let's be real.
Thank you for coming today, everyone. I am in your debt. All of you. The King of Gallia, Kennegus. The King of Phoenicius, Tabarn. The Serenus royal family, Raphael and Racin.
Racin in, like, a sling and...
Maybe
like
some
bandages
maybe
all
some
over
bandages
him
on
right
his
now.
wing or something, yeah.
And the Queen of Crimea, Elincia, who worked tirelessly to arrange this meeting and generously extended her hospitality. She gave me hope when I was driven out of my country and offered aid when all seemed lost. You have my sincere gratitude. Before we begin, allow me to make a few things clear about the recent war between Benyan and Laguz Alliance. When we received your letter stating that the Senate had made scapegoats of the Herons for the previous Apostle's assassination, Prime Minister Sephiroth and I decided to investigate the Senate and prosecute them if needed. Then the senators made their move.
What did they do?
They imprisoned me in a room in the Mainel Cathedral. They then forged an arrest warrant for Sephiroth and jailed him. I admit there had been major rifts between myself and the senators in the past. However, I had no idea that they would stoop to such deplorable acts. I should have known. This is all my fault.
We didn't think you were behind all this warmongering. What you just told us confirms what we had guessed.
I have been forced to flee my country, but that doesn't change the fact that I am the Empress of Benyan. I will not allow the Senate to declare me false, nor will I stand by as they seize and ravage Benyan. I must return to my country, save my people, and take back my birthright. To accomplish all this, I would like to form an alliance with the Laguz tribes. Help me save Benyan.
I will accept if you agree to a few conditions. First, the immediate and total emancipation of any Laguz remaining in slavery. Second, that new diplomatic relations between our peoples start with a clean slate. No bias against Beork or Laguz shall be tolerated. Lastly, a full alliance between our countries to further solidify this agreement. If you agree to these terms, I give my support. I hope that at long last the dream that both King Raymond and I held can come to fruition.
I agree with King Kennegus completely. If these conditions are agreed to, Crimea would like to join the alliance as well.
Do you intend to return the Serenus force to the Herons when they take back the throne?
Of course. The goddess loved the forest because the Herons made their homes there. I will see to it that you can return home.
And it's not like they were using that land for anything, it was just kind of a big scar of ash.
Pretty much. My brother, we can finally go home. Our family can be together again in our own homeland. For the first time in decades.
You know, for our big blunder last chapter, it's good to see at least that Racin is alive.
Yeah.
So that's more than we can say about Meg and Makalov.
Yeah. Alright. I'm all for this. I didn't need much convincing, though. I just want to rip those idiot senators in half.
Gallia, Phoenicius, Serenus, and Crimea shall hereby make a pledge. Apostle Sanaki, we will wholeheartedly support your effort to return to the throne, so long as we stand united in our ideals. Please bring peace back to our lands. Each of you has my deepest gratitude. I swear I will accomplish that goal.
Alright.
So, it sounds like everyone is on the same side now. That's the best news I've heard in a long time.
I feel the same. But it's too early to celebrate. I will not be happy until I take back my country. How we fare in the battles to come will be of the utmost importance.
The Grail Mercenaries would be glad to help. I know that we're a small unit, but we'll do our best to see the job done right.
I certainly hope you will. Especially since I've decided to make you the commander of our combined forces.
Wait, hold on there. What did you say? Listen, Apostle Sanaki, I'm really flattered, but General Zelgius is much more
Zelgius has returned to the Empire by himself to rescue Prime Minister Sephiran. Our army consists of the troops he left behind, as well as the armies of Crimea, Gallia, and Phoenicius. Ike, you're probably the only person on the face of Tellius who commands respect from all 4 countries represented here.
Ike, I know you're not happy about this, but you're the only person who can bridge the rift between the Laguz and Beork.
No, I'm not happy about it. I thought my days of being a general ended 3 years ago, but I won't refuse. If you think I'm the only person who can pull this off, then I'll do my best not to let you down.
Thank you, Ike. Let us go meet with the armies and the soldiers you will be leading. They will want to meet their new commander.
Not again.
You know, for all of his bravado and, his, experience, Ike does not like being in the spotlight.
Yeah.
He is a soldier. He does not want to be a general.
I just wanted to be a mercenary. I just wanted somebody to hire me to do my job.
I take orders from I take orders for my contracts, not the other way around.
Well, you've been hired for the mercenary work of being the general of the Grand Army.
Still not happy about it. I'm here. What do you want?
Don't look so sour.
I always look like this, Apostle Sanaki.
It's true, Ike doesn't have very many facial expressions.
That's true.
Yes, that's true. Well, I didn't summon you to talk about your grumpy expressions. I wanted to give you something before we set off for battle.
What is it?
Do you know what this is?
Not a clue.
When I fled the cathedral, I took some valuables with me. This is called a Master Crown. It's said to release a Beork's hidden power.
I've never heard of it.
Not everyone can use it, so think before you pass it on to someone.
Alright, I'll take it. Thank you.
I love how that entire conversation, Ike is just like, I don't know what this is,
Yeah,
but whatever.
No, okay. Alright.
But still, Master Crown, that's great.
General Ike, thank you for helping the Apostle. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart.
I would have refused if I'd known I'd be commanding the entire army.
That's why we didn't tell you beforehand.
That's a pretty devious move, Sigrun.
Here are some funds, so you can properly prepare for the upcoming battle. Show us how you've grown since the days of the Mad King's War, General.
Thank you.
Freaking thank you, we needed those funds. Also, I love the fact that they pointed out that they wouldn't have told Ike any
Yeah.
any of this in order to get him to agree to help.
Would have ruined the plan if Ike didn't want to do it.
That's true. Uh-oh.
Together again.
You really push yourself in training, don't you, Kieran?
Huh? Ah, Oscar, you snuck up on me. Only a true rival of mine can accomplish such a feat.
I've been watching for half an hour.
What? Then why didn't you say hello? And I would have expected better manners.
I did. You didn't notice.
Ah, yes. My concentration while training is unbreakable. No one can distract me.
I wonder if he realizes that he contradicts everything he says.
What was that? If you have something to say, let it out. Speak like a man. Stand tall.
Yes, whatever you say. Here, I got this for you.
What is this?
This is an Imbue scroll. Imbue is a skill you should learn, especially since you always train until you're soaked in your own blood.
I've never heard of such a skill. Is it special?
Oh yes, very special.
Why would you give such a precious thing to me?
Well, I just told you.
I cannot accept it. I accept no charity from rivals.
Why do you have to be like this?
We are equals. I need no favors from you. Run along now. I don't have the time to talk to you. I'm too busy training. Go on, leave.
It was meant as a symbol of friendship for my lifelong rival.
What?
But I guess if you won't accept it, I'll find someone else who will.
Wait! I'll take it.
You'd swallow your own words?
Never. However, I note that your lifelong rival is me, and no one else. If your gift will mark me as your lifelong rival, I must have it.
That's what I like about you, Sir Simpleton.
You insult me?
No, it was a compliment. You're a very simple knight, living only for battle and whatnot.
Great, thanks.
Life is boring without you, Kieran.
Aww.
Oscar! That's rather underhanded of you.
But also, like, I think he really missed him. He hasn't seen Kieran in 3 years.
That's true. That is true. This is one of those. This is going to be one of those situations where, like, in the previous game, Oscar was the better knight. Here, it's the opposite. It's the other way around. Kieran kind of outshines him here.
Yeah, but I think we're just gonna bench both of them for Titania.
Probably. That was one of the most extensive preparations we've had to do in a while. Dude.
Yeah, a lot of level ups.
Especially now that we have, like, 2 armies combined and we finally have some funds.
Yeah.
It is time to get moving. Do we have a target?
First, we'll head for Flagare, the fortress town between Crimea and Benyan. Since the Laguz Alliance has fought in the Flagare already, we're familiar with the lay of the land.
Sounds like a good plan. Do you still resent your choice to command this army?
No offense, Apostle, but you didn't give me much of a choice in the first place. Besides, if I'm not fully committed, how can I expect these troops to be? Just remember, when this is all over, you'll be getting one heck of a bill.
Oh, I'm sure. And I know you'll be worth it. Speaking of which, I have something for you. Consider it a down payment. I'm sure you remember this blade. It is the Holy Sword Rognell. Please take it.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
We got Rognell suddenly?
Yeah.
Are you sure about this? I returned it after the Mad King's War because you said it was one of Benyan's national treasures.
Indeed. This sword was used by Empress Altina, the first apostle of Benyan, back in the early days of the Empire. It was one of the 2 swords the Empress used to fight the Dark God. I can think of no better person to give it to.
Alright, I'd be happy to use it. I'd be happy to use it again. Thanks.
Well, suddenly all the other weapons we got Ike right now, we can probably just trade to someone else, because holy
Yeah.
shit, he's not gonna need anything else. He just needs Rognell.
Give it to Mia, give it to Titania.
I may keep him with a steel sword, though, if only so that maybe he can keep a couple of others alive.
Yeah.
But then again, he has Blossom. He doesn't need to keep people alive.
Yeah. Excuse me. I bring urgent news to Queen Alencia and General Ike of the Apostles' Army.
What happened?
We've received a report that the Dayan army has appeared near the border between Dayan and Crimea. The Dayan army demands custody of the Apostle on behalf of Benyan. They will use force if necessary.
Dayan wants to get in our hair again? Perfect.
I am puzzled by this. Why does Dayan support the Senate? Well, I suppose it doesn't matter. Ike, we must change our target.
Agreed. We have to deal with Dayan out of our way. We have to get Dayan out of our way before we do anything else.
So, this comes back around.
Yeah, this chapter is fun because
Oh, I remember this.
it's the same map from Path of Radiance, but we're going the other way down the bridge
Dude, that's so cool.
So, Dayan still refuses to negotiate? Either they believe the Senate's lies, or the Senate is pulling some strings behind the scenes.
Well, whatever the reason, we can't attack Benyan without taking care of this first.
I will not give up. I won't stop sending messengers until they respond. Ike, I leave you in charge here.
Let's keep our numbers small. We shouldn't provoke them any further.
now. I understand. Gallia will stay behind.
You'll have your turn soon, Skirmir, I promise. Alright, let's go.
This kind of situation reminds me of... have you ever watched Star Wars Rebels?
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Wrecker.
Oh, yeah.
Like Skirmir, the relationship between Skirmir and Ike right now kind of reminds me of that one scene between Wrecker and Anakin.
Yeah.
That's great. Alright, here we go. So, Ike, Ronolf, Sigrun, and Tanith are required here. We have Sigrun and Tanith!
Yeah, and
Holy crap!
I think Ike and Sigrun have to... I think Ike, Runoff, and Sigrun have to stay alive no matter what.
Tanith too?
Not Tanith.
Let me see, actually. Conditions. Ike or Ronolf dies, Sigrun dies,
Oh.
or Tanith dies.
Tanith included.
All 4 of them are load-bearing units.
Good to know. Not that I was going to get Tanith killed anyway, but...
No fooling. It's actually kind of interesting, because, like, you know, it kind of shows that Tanith is, like, the more headstrong of the two, but Sigrun's stronger than she is.
Yeah, I wish we got more time with Sigrun in general.
Amen.
This game's going to treat her as a very important character, even though she hasn't gotten a lot of screen time. She's done a lot, just not on screen.
Alright, I am going to say this. Based on how we treated the situation, like, in the prep screen, as
Yeah.
well as just this general chapter, in like, as a whole, I say we bring our 19 units.
Yeah.
And we have room for 1 more.
Sheenan, because pits.
Yeah, the only other character that I would have liked to maybe bring is Marcia.
Oh, flyers would help here.
Yeah.
But we have flyers already.
We have flyers in the form of Ronolf, Sigrun, Tanith, and Har, but honestly, this is one of those chapters where having more doesn't hurt.
Runoff is not a flyer, but yeah.
Or not Ronolf, freaking... Okay, Sigrun, Tanith, Har, and,
Oh, that's also if you want one more.
Yeah, we invested quite a bit in Marcia,
Yeah.
and frankly, I'm down to use her more.
Okay.
Like, while I do agree that
Oh, that's
Shinu...
why she stopped getting HP. She capped it.
Oh, that explains it. But yeah, because, like, at this point, like, I do agree that Shinin would be useful, but I think Shinin and Titania can take a little bit of a break.
Okay.
Like, there are tier 3 units at this point.
Yeah, okay, so we're going for promotions.
I say we go for promotions this time.
Okay.
Especially because we have Har with with the Master Crown that we got from Alencia. Or, not Alencia, from Soniki.
Soniki.
Alright, so yeah, we have... Especially because, like, looking at their overall units, yeah, our Pegasus Knights will be very useful here.
There is a ballista. There are 2 ballistas.
Alright, we have 3.
3
1,
ballistas. 4
2,
ballistas.
3, and 4. That's gonna be Ike's job.
Yeah.
Like, Ike and Gatry can tank that easily. And Har can come in eventually and, like, take him down. So, like, it just looks like we're just gonna have to play some, like, turtle here for a little bit.
Yeah, we gotta be ready for pits.
Right. I'm assuming you have. I'm assuming you have the you have the MO on that.
Yeah.
Question. If a unit is on the floor, does that count for elevation advantage?
No.
Okay. So they're basically just immobilized.
Yeah. Yeah, it ends their turn immediately.
Good to know. All right. Then I'm ready to go here. That being said, let me do a little bit of trading. Trade with Mia. Mia, you need a new steel sword, so... Actually, I'm gonna give you the silver sword that Ike got. And... Titania, you get the steel sword. Because you can use steel swords, apparently. Your sea level on swords.
Yeah.
Not that you're in this chapter, but, you know. Anyone else in this chapter that can use swords besides Marcia?
Mia missed. Also, maybe Tanith or Sigrun.
That's a good point, actually. What is their inventory? Storm Sword, Silver Lance, and Sigrun has a Silver Lance and a Spear. And yeah, she can also use swords.
Both of them use swords and lances.
Yeah. In that case,
Give one to her and one to Tanith?
yeah, they're slim swords, but hey, options are options,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
In that case, let me do actually one more thing. Mia, trade the, trade that one broken steel sword you have to Tanith. You have the dual sword now, which we forged for you this chapter, so you're going to be using the hell out of that. As for that, in that case, since Titania is not in this chapter, I'm going to give the steel sword I gave to her to Sigrun.
Cool.
Now we're golden.
Okay.
Alright, I think we're ready.
Okay.
Let's do this.
I'm ready with the bridge map.
I cannot believe this. It's an army of subhumans in Bayork. It must be true that this apostle is a fake. The true apostle would never join forces with those filthy creatures.
The enemy has sent a messenger once again. Commander, this is the 3rd time they've asked to negotiate.
Ignore the messengers. We must protect the bridge. That is the order of the Maiden of Dawn.
Well,
So, as far as holes right here at the beginning, so the second line of enemies,
yes?
at the very top of that column, that's a hole.
Okay.
And there's another one past the next set of sandbags on the bottom.
So there's no holes here.
No.
Okay, good.
But all the way at the bottom, that little opening there under the sandbag, that one's also a pit.
Alright. In that case, let me look at these guys real quick. Ah, perfect. I'm thinking... So these guys have pretty standard weapons here. Besides this guy with a hand axe. I'm thinking of making a wall right here.
Yeah.
So that will be how we start out. And we'll go from there.
Okay.
Let's put you with the Steel Lance, Gatry. Ike, you join as well with your new Rognell. Oh, man.
Sorry, everybody.
Yo, like, Ike is, like, everyone thought Ike was already a Bamf. With Rognell, he's straight up busted.
Yeah.
Like, actually insanely, stupidly busted. Can anyone shove Nephany? Doesn't look. Oh, Boyd can. Perfect.
All right.
And you're gonna stick right there with Oma's Spear. Yep. Because the benefit of having Nephany here is that Daunt skill.
Yeah. Yeah, Nephany is just good for holding lines like that.
Everyone else, stand by. We're gonna play hit and run. We're gonna play wall tactics with those 3 units in particular, along with a couple of others. We'll play hit and run tactics with the flyers.
Yeah. And what's great is, yeah, we'll be able to keep Mist behind to, like, heal people and then back off.
What I am going to do, since we have a surplus of it, I'm going to use the Olive Grass.
Okay.
Might as well get run up there so we have 1 more unit to utilize.
Yeah. I'm missing racing.
Yeah. Oh, man, that was so bad, what we did, dude. Like, I was looking back at the footage while I was editing, right? And I'm like, we should not have done that. We really should not have done that.
I think when we moved Har south,
Yeah,
we should have, like, kept him behind the line for racing to...
Yeah, that was one of the bigger mistakes that we made, unfortunately.
Yeah, Har had ample movement. We didn't need to move him that far ahead before his Canto.
That was admittedly my bad because I miscalculated where he could have gone. So that one was on me.
And there were enemies we didn't consider that could reach racing up there.
Yeah.
So then we had less options. Mistakes were made.
But we move on.
Yep. So Racing... We could have used Racing in this chapter. There's one more chapter in part 3 where we're playing as Ike. I don't think we'll miss Racing too much in that chapter.
Yo, where's his speed coming from, Gatry? Nice work.
And then the thing that comes later is there are chapters where basically you're going between different groups and each group has a Heron. So one of our groups is going to not have a Heron because Racin's going to be gone.
Gotcha.
But the other ones will have Raphael and Leanne. And then we'll have to choose either Raphael or Leanne for the end game because it makes you take a Heron.
Right.
So that's something we'll have to figure out, because I really don't know which one I like the most out of the 3. I like all 3 of them for their utility.
Yeah, like, all 3 of them, like, do good work. Speaking of work, Gatry's doing work here.
Yeah. I mean, Raphael has the amazing, like, reinvigor 4 people all the time. So he might be the pick.
A rescue staff!
Oh, fancy.
Okay, not gonna lie, that's pretty slick on the clerics.
Yeah, that's some fun tactics.
That's pretty cool. Alright, now normally I would be fine putting Ike in harm's way here, but as we've demonstrated, he doesn't do well against magic.
Yeah.
So,
Now we use our flyers, I guess, to pick off some of these riders.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm getting a bead on these guys for now, so that we can.
Well, one thing to think about is those 3 on the bottom
Yeah.
don't actually have the range they look like they have because there's a hole in their way.
Ah, good to know. I guess that's left over from shenanigans from the previous game, huh?
Yeah. Is that from Ashnard's army, or did they re-dig them here?
Okay, I want to keep that hand axe for, like, for possible other purposes, so let me see what you can do. Yeah, you have a straight-up spear. I'm not liking those numbers, though. Instead, what can you do? Not terrible.
Yeah.
But I don't like the fact that it's a short axe that can do quite a significant amount of damage.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather play it safe and, like, focus on the northern guys here for now.
Yeah, because those 3 can't get to us for a little while yet.
My main concern is this Elfire Mage, which I think we can handle. So, Let's start doing a little bit of work here.
If we leave Pegasus Knights out there, they'll be fine, because it's just... If we get rid of the Horsemen, it's just swords and magic. Which...
The main concern is that ballista that's up north, but
Yeah.
that's nowhere near... That's not threatening our range at all for now, so we should be fine. Alright, let's focus on getting rid of these guys first. As a matter of fact, Soren, what can you do? 1938. Hot damn.
Yeah.
Let's do it. New battle theme, by the way.
Yeah. Aw.
That's fine. That gives Mist something to do.
Yeah. Maybe we should have given Soren Imbue. He'd basically full heal every turn.
No fooling.
So Imbue, the one that Oscar gave to Kieran,
Yes.
the character Oscar gave to the character Kieran, we gave it to
Titania. Who has a shockingly decent magic stat.
Yeah, so what Imbue does is at the start of every turn, that character heals up a number of hit points equal to their magic stat. So that's one of those fun examples where it's good to have a melee unit with a high magic stat because it makes that ability better.
Oh, dear lord.
Yeah, going for it.
He's only in range of one magic
attack.
unit. I'm fine with this.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Get some more units out of the way, right?
Yeah.
Go for it, Ike. Good to have you back, pal.
I hope you're not going to use that on me whenever we duel boss.
That's cheating.
Come on, Mia. I thought you wanted a challenge.
Not funny, boss.
Straight up, people love it when we RP these
Yeah, that
characters, dude.
The one episode that came out, half of the comments were like, "Oh, I love the RP," and the other half was, "Makalov, no!"
Yeah, kind of. Oh man, that was fun to witness.
And a few comments that were like, "Makalov, eh."
Dude, I showed that video to Blazing Knight, and he was like, "Heh heh," like the fucking bully from The Simpsons.
Yeah, alright, dude.
Alright, I think I know how I'm gonna go about this, actually.
Sometime I want to do a non-Nuzlocke run of Radiant Dawn, but just use, like, all the bottom tier characters. So that, like, in endgame I'm taking, like, Meg, Makalov, Astrid, Fiona.
I was actually discussing that idea with like some people in the in my Discord, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of them were actually were talking to me about like. Hang on a sec. How do you fare? That's gonna put you in range of that mage, though, so I may just go in with Tanith.
Yeah.
So here's what we're gonna do.
Mia, thought maybe you called my name. So just let me know if I can help you. Hey, great, you're here. I knew a little battle like this wouldn't slow you down.
I could see Mia and Nephany being friends.
Yeah. Like, I don't think they would share the same passions, but Mia would at least be interested in the fact that, like, Nephany could hold her own in a battle. So maybe, like, she goes to Nephany for, like, practice every now and
Yeah.
again.
I think the microphone just caught that plane that flew by overhead.
Yeah, no fooling.
If anybody's wondering about that. My house is pretty close to an airport.
Alright, yeah, let's go with the Storm Sword with Tanith. Ooh, that's not great, actually. What about you, Sigrun?
Yeah, get him with a spear.
Better.
I feel like Tanith is pretty nerfed in this game.
Is she?
Yeah, from last game. My first run through Path of Radiance, I used Tanith a lot.
Uh-huh.
So I was really disappointed by her stats in Radiant Dawn.
Interesting.
They also nerf her, or do they straight up get rid of her ability to call more units?
You got me on that one. I don't know the full logistics on that.
Yeah. We'll have to check, but I don't think she can summon anymore.
So there's like a hole here, right?
Yep.
Okay. Good, because that's a killer lance right there.
There's also a hole, top row.
Here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it's one to the right of that. No, you were right.
Alright, cool.
There we go.
Yeah, she does seem a little less powerful compared to before.
The real thing about Tanith in Path of Radiance was that she can summon up to 4 Pegasus Knights per chapter that just kind of were meat shields.
Yeah, she only has Kanto here, it seems.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was like a reinforced skill of some kind?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that, actually.
But, like, I guess you could say that, you know, they don't have the same resources now as you had in Path of Radiance, so it kind of makes sense for her not to be able to do that anymore.
I guess.
Because in Path of Radiance, she was, you know, Tanith was leading the entire, like, Holy Knights.
Mm-hmm.
And now this is more like a small group that escaped with Soniki from Benyon. That would be another one. This game does have enough chapters, but I would love, like, a bonus chapter or two involving, like, Soniki's escape from Benyon.
Oh, that would be sick. Like, honestly, that would have been a really, really cool, like, side part, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what, like, as you were mentioning earlier, like, it would have been nice to see more of Sigrun.
Yeah, do, like, a Soniki Sigrun Tanith chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And it could involve stealing Ragnell and
Oh,
escaping
yeah.
from
Yeah, like,
Benyon.
because she does mention that, oh, hello, is that a light trap?
Yeah, it's a shine barrier. They put up a shine barrier. I like that they're using items. I'm, like, not even threatened at all. I'm like, oh, that's cute. Everything they're doing, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I love that for you.
Hey, like, give credit to the AI in this game. Like, they're not fools in Radiant Dawn.
I like that dumb shuttle loop Pegasus Knights do before they attack.
Okay, there goes that steel sword.
Yeah, you see how he, like, looped around? It's because he knows the hole's there.
Yeah.
He was swerving around it.
Normally I'd say, like, you're wasting your What?
We gave them too much credit, Oscar.
Okay. Suddenly I'm like, okay, well, what does that accomplish?
It accomplishes wasting a charge of rescue. Yeah, notice that general made no attempt to come down and get Ike because he can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm willing to get this mage out of the way with Sigrun.
Okay.
Good work. Yeah, I find it interesting how, like, one of the bigger threats for me, like, personally in this game, it also could be just the way the game works, is mages. They are super dangerous.
Yeah. There's another hole on the same column as the shine barrier, third from the bottom.
Alright. I think what I'm gonna do, actually, so right here in particular, I'm gonna set up a wall right here to bait these guys.
Okay.
One of them has a short spear, so that's gonna be... Yeah, I think that's gonna be Ike. And I actually might put Hard there. The fact that... I hate the fact that Hard doesn't have a ranged weapon.
Okay, don't worry about the hole, because Sigrun is currently hovering over it.
Yes, I did notice that. So, in that case, maybe I'll have Gatry do it.
Yeah.
He's still got plenty of charges on that Javelin. So yeah, let's go here. So, items, equip the Javelin. I'm healing just in case.
Never a bad idea. Oh, hey guys.
Hey!
Hey, sorry to keep you waiting. I had a little thing back at camp that I had to deal with.
No problem, Tabarn. What kind of thing? Oh, and hey, where's Racing?
He was exhausted, but he insisted on coming with me. I had to tie him down to a bed to keep him there.
Really?
Nah, I'm just kidding. He passed out earlier. So I have a different anchor slowing me down this time.
Oh, boy. Leanne?
I will fight. Yes?
She's Rayson's sister, for sure. The girl is as stubborn as he is. Listen up, young lady. You Herons are supposed to be more like Raphael, quiet and graceful and all that.
Don't mind Tabarn, Leanne. We're honored to have you here. Oh, so we have... Oh my god, we can use her now!
Okay.
Wait a second!
Was Rayson always not allowed on this chapter?
See, now I'm curious. Cause we... They acknowledge the fact that Rayson is not here.
Yeah.
What?
Whoa.
Do you want to look that up?
Yeah. In the meantime, get Leanne not there.
Obviously! Like, that is danger zone right there. The good news is, they completely blocked off this like, lanceman here.
Yeah.
The bad news is, they're untransformed. But we'll deal with that later.
Well, they're gonna get their turn after ours.
Oh yeah, that's right. Alright, so, equipped with Rocknell, and there we have it. Just gonna get a beat on everything else. In the meantime, let's get everyone else some more experience. And you know what? We have Discipline on Soren now, so let's start building up some other magic. Well done! Yeah, now I'm curious because it's like, you know, or is Racing normally unavailable for this chapter?
That's what I'm wondering, if he's always unavailable or if this happened because we got him hurt.
Yeah, that has me super curious now. Alright, Boyd, what can you do? Hot damn! Even with weapon disadvantage. Alright, next, where can Leanne go? I have an idea. Everyone else is going to be on standby. We're going to move you over here.
Okay, I think it's hard to tell with Radiant Dawn sometimes, because no one just, like, lists all this information in one place.
Yeah.
But I think Leanne always shows up for this chapter, so I think Rayson is always unavailable. It just sort of... I think it's like he's tired out from the... From, like, doing the meeting and stuff like that, because, you know, Rayson's a little bit frail.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
It's just a little bit weird, because, like, that's just the perfect set of circumstances in our situation, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it does fit our version of continuity here really well, that he, like, you know, completely injured, still, like, got up and, like, insisted on joining Ike, and Tabarn had to, like, make him get back in bed.
But the thing is, like, he said he was kidding about that. He is just like, nah, he's just tired and passed out.
Yeah.
So, like, again, it makes sense just for, like, what our situation happened to be, so... I just find that hilarious.
In my mind, Rayson really tried to come and passed out.
Yeah.
Because he was so hurt from the mission in Crimea. Tabarn is so good, dude.
Oh my god!
Tabarn is a monster.
What was that ability? Tear?
Tear, yeah. It's just a, like, big freaking damage hawk ability.
Similar to Savage.
Yeah, like Savage.
Like Nyla Savage.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's like his version of that.
Come on, guys. You could have avoided those.
The only thing that would make this cooler is if they were Janeth and Oki, but Janeth and Oki were under our control, so we couldn't avoid them.